Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Valentine 2. It's a Tier 4 Soviet light tank and it's located on the southwestbourne of province under the command of IndianaDel. Now it was, or in fact actually still is, I believe at this moment, IndianaDel's birthday. And I had this replay sitting in my list to be done, so I thought I'd get it done for him rather quickly because it was his birthday and it's a rather good replay as well. Right, the Valentine 2, over 3,000 of these, 3,500 of these were supplied to the Russians under Lend-Lease from Great Britain. It's got a 45mm gun in the configuration that was actually sold to the Soviets. But rather sold to them, it was on Lend-Lease, and it's quite a good infantry tank. It's a walking tank. It's fairly slow, only 35 kilometers forward, and I believe it's 15 kilometers per hour in reverse. And an enemy tank has turned up at our cap straight away. It's an A20 and he's being literally plastered. We didn't get the kill there, but we did spot him. And we've spotted a BP-7R. In fact, the enemy have decided to race down this road, which is the road that we normally go up to get to the top level. Now, one of the good things about the Valentine is the armour is incredibly strong. In fact, there are a few weak points. That corrugated cover on the back of the vehicle and the driver's port. But other than that, it's pretty tough. And he's putting rounds into that Sav, and the Sav's just been able to track him. But look at this, the rapid rate of fire. That Sav's going to go down. And he's gone. Now, he was firing APCR to get the added penetration. The APCR's got penetration of 84mm, but the alpha damage is 47. He's only got 2 rounds of HE, and that's got alpha damage of 62, but considerably less penetration. So it's mostly APCR he's carrying in this tank. Only 5 rounds of standard AP, 2 rounds of HE. Okay, now that slow speed does hold him back as he's trying to climb up this cliff. But so long as he can keep that corrugated engine cover away from the enemy, they're going to have a tough time trying to penetrate him. Now there's an M2 medium behind there, and that's got an HE gun. Can you get it? Locked on. 1 round in. He's a one-shot now, and he's been killed. Oh, took a round from the Matilda. Now the Matilda's got the 2-pounder, which means he can fire 1 round every couple of seconds as well, and he's got considerable penetration. And unfortunately, we've lost 159 hit points to that Matilda. But we're now undercover, and we've probably unspotted. You notice those rounds actually went in through the weak points, the corrugation. He did get 1 round right through the front as well. Well, IndianaDel is in the clan that I used to belong to. Not with them anymore, but he's still there. And he sent in this replay. I was amazed at the results he got. You can see it's 2.1 seconds between each shot. Very fast reload. And that's because these little shells, they're very tiny. So it's only the loader, the driver and the commander, and they're sort of like bunging these shells in really, really, really quick. And climbing up this hill. I think he wants to get eyes on what's further up the road. There's still 8 enemies out there and the scores are even, so we know that there's a Matilda on the other side, and we can see there's a Marder 2 making its way over. But that would indicate that there's 6 tanks on this side for IndianaDel to kill. And there's one of them. It's a DW2. He's trying to get a shot. On sniper mode. Can he get through that armour? I think he can. Let's have a look at the aim point next time he looks at it. We've got a green dot at the moment. Yeah, we've still got a green dot. So we can go through. And he's fired 2 rounds in. 1 round in, sorry. Got a hit for 53. But it's going to take at least 6 shots to kill that DW. I think he's hoping that some of his own guys from the other side of the map can shoot over, because if he keeps firing himself, you might get hit by that 5cm gun on DW2. Because if he has got the top gun, and most of them do tend to have it, that's going to make it very, very difficult. Well, GW2's gone out of sight. I think he's gone behind that building, or he's certainly behind that rock. We're looking for other targets. They've dealt with the Matilda on the other side of the map, so we're not going to get shot by him again. Well, IndianaDel's going to have another look around the corner. These bushes do actually provide really good cover, as long as you don't shoot. Oh, there's the DW2, and we can see he is behind the building. There's an Su-76 a bit further off, but we didn't spot him. At least I don't think we did. No, and the enemy is capping. Well, that's very audacious of them. And I say audacious because we should be able to shoot them from this cliff. If we get down to the edge, we can look over the edge and hit them. So the enemy might be about to lose one of their tanks. You can see a medium 3 making his way down as well on our side. Now, if he can spot where the enemy tank is, it's probably in the bushes. There it is. It's a Locust. Oh, we've been spotted. And he's decided, instead of firing at the Locust, the medium 3's done it. And he's still shooting the Locust. Oh, and the Locust! No, it wasn't the Locust that got him. It was the Su-76. The tank destroyer got him. So the Locust is still down there, and the Lorraine 39LAM has gone down. The Arty has gone down to try and kill the Locust, and that's a very brave, or rather silly thing to do, actually. Because as a consequence of this, I don't think he's going to survive very long. Well, he managed to get a shot into it. It was that the UE-57 did. But I think the Lorraine's about to die. He has, yep. That was foreseeable. And the DW2, the enemy DW2 has crashed. He probably fell off the edge of the cliff, or thought that he could go down the edge of the cliff into the cap zone, and as a consequence of which he died. So there's only 5 remaining enemies and 2 tanks on our side, the UE-57 and IndianaDel in his Valentine 2. And we can see where the UE-57 is. He's right across on the other side at the moment, over there in the bushes. A non-a-miss. It's quite a good pun, that one. A non-a-miss. He's changing position now. There is a Marder 2 over the other side of the map, and the big worry, of course, is the UE-57s can get spotted by that Marder. Oh, there's the Marder! Yes, he has. He is there, and he's creeping up on the UE-57. Can we get a shot into that Marder? I don't think we can. And the UE-57's been hit. I think he was spotted, and he's running away in the lawnmower. Can we get shots on that Marder? It's difficult to. It's very long range. Oh, he's been killed! Well, that leaves us with a potential Kolobanov, and we fire around at the Marder, but it went right over the top of him. The Marder 2, it does have a fairly low profile, and at range, it can be difficult to hit. And we've still got that Locust down below to deal with, and he's spotted us, which means obviously the Marder will have spotted us as well. So I think IndianaDel's decided he needs to get close to the cap. He needs to drive down to the cap as quickly as possible and deal with that Locust face to face. Well, we've been spotted by the Locust, and we've been spotted by the Marder as well. And here's the Locust. He's not firing at us, he's just running away. He's run away into the cap area. He's going to come around the other side of the rock. It's possible the Locust is out of ammo. We've just been hit by the enemy Arty. It'll splash from one of the 15 centimeter howitzer shells. And we're going to be spotted the moment we get seen by that Marder. The moment we come into his field of fire. Yeah, he's firing in this direction. He just bounced around for 110 off us. And there's the Sturmpanzer 2 again. And we're firing at the Marder. We're getting shots on the Marder. And the Locust tried to come around the corner, distract us. And we've got the Su-76 firing from that hill. Oh my god, this is terrible. And we've got a steel wall potentially as well. And we're firing the Su-76. Can we get rid of him? We fire one round and yes, we get him. Now Locust, can we deal with him? Yes, we do. 15 hit points. That means there is now only 3 enemies left. The Sturmpanzer, a T-18 HMC, and the Marder who's firing across the valley. And that, I think, was around from the Sturmpanzer. Yes, it tells us it was because it tracked us. We're going to need to fix our track and get into cover. Now, ideally, what we need to do is change our position. We're not being proxy spotted by the Locust anymore, so the Marder can't see us. And IndianaDel, I think he's decided that he needs to get the Arty. He's down to 11 hit points now. Fighting that Su-76 and the Marder and the Locust has cost him virtually all of his remaining hit points. He now has to take out those enemy Artys, and the Marder's decided to come down. He can't shoot over that lip. He needs to move up so he can look through the greenery. Is the Marder going to go into the cap? I think he is. But it's not capping yet. I think he's waiting for the moment that IndianaDel comes into view so he can shoot. Yes, he is capping now. And as we climb further up, that Marder's going to see us. As we get higher and higher, you see all the rounds that bounced off the front of the Valentine. He's showing his weakest part of the vehicle at the moment. And there's one of the Artys. It's the Sturmpanzer. Directly in front of us. He might try to shotgun us. 1 round in. 2. 3. Oh, and he missed the shotgun. So he's got a long reload. And that's him dealt with. Now the next Arty is the T-18 HMC. And of course that's got a very tough hull. Very difficult to kill. We're going to have to get that cap reset first though. We don't know where in that greenery the Marder is. Oh, he's not in the greenery. He's mad. He's in the open. We've locked on and he's gone. So it's us versus a T-18 HMC. He can do this. He can get a Kolobanov. And if he does get the Kolobanov, he will get a Top Gun as well. He's got 5 kills already. That Marder 2 driver, he could have won the game if he'd only stayed in the bushes in the cap and forced IndianaDel to come down to the cap to find him. He could have taken him out with 1 shot the moment he turned up at the gates or the entrance to the road up to the hill. So it's now a question of finding that T-18 HMC. 11 hit points left. And that's the minute hooter. It's got 1 minute to find this T-18 HMC. I think really the only thing you can do, given the speed of this tank, is to drive to the enemy spawn point and check out and make sure, is that T-18 HMC still there? I don't think he's been seen. I don't think he's been seen all battle. If he is still there, this is going to be the easiest kill of all. Oh no, he is still alive, he is. And he's active. No, he's not responding. And he's dead! He must have been AFK! And that's a Top Gun and a Kolobanov. And a Pascucci all in one. What a game. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. It's an ace tanker for IndianaDel in the Valentine 2. Oh my god, he got a bruise medal for getting these 5 critical hits. He got 6. A duelist badge for taking down two enemies who did damage to him during the battle. A fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points to his own vehicle. And a shell proof for blocking more damage than the hit points to his own vehicle and surviving. But here's the epic medals, and they go on forever. He's got 6 of them. He got a Pascucci's for killing both of the enemy Arty. He killed the Sturmpanzer II and the T-18 HMC. He got the medal that everyone would like to get, the Kolobanov medal for standing alone against 5 enemies and surviving to win the battle. He got a Spartan medal for surviving a ricocheting shot when he had less than 10% of his hit points. He got a steel wall for surviving the battle, having received the most block damage, or at least the potential damage of 1,000 hit points, at least 11 shots in total. And he got a high caliber and a Top Gun on top of that. So fantastic round. Let's have a look at the team score for this one. Well, look at that, right at the top of the table, 1,231 hit points of damage. The high scorer on the enemy team was the Matilda. He did 1,143. When it came to kills, he got the top again. He got 6. The next highest scorer was the Su-76, who got 4 kills, and then the Matilda, who got 3. And when it comes to base XP, again, he's got a clean sweep at the top of the table, 1,184. The next highest scorer was, in fact, the Matilda with 466, and then that M22 Locust, who managed 428 in total. Wow, let's have a look at detail. He fired 36 rounds during that game. He got 31 direct hits and 29 penetrations, and that's because he was using the APCR. It really does help because it will penetrate most of those tanks. Damage of 1,231 hit points, and all of it was closer than 300 meters. He received 14 hits from the enemy during that game. 5 of them were penetrations and 9 non-penetrations. I think a good few of those penetrations were actually from the Matilda and the Marder II. Both managed to get rounds on him. He also received 3 hits by way of splash damage, and those were from the Sturmpanzer II. He blocked damage of 700 hit points during that game. He spotted 5 enemy vehicles, damaged 10 of the enemy, killed 6 of them, and did damage assistance of 449 hit points. He managed to get 62 defense points whilst during the battle. If he got 8 more, he would have picked up a Defender's Medal as well. That would have added to the total. On a premium account, he earned 47,511 credits. And after vehicle repair and ammunition resupply, remember, he did fire most of the APCR, but it's not expensive ammunition. So, given the amount of damage he did, and the fact that he played it so well, he ended up with 17,020 credits to take away. He received 1,776 XP, got 888 because this is a premium vehicle, and so he ended up with 2,664 altogether. And he titled this replay, Val 2 Province, Are You Not Entertained? As if he was Gladiator. Russell Crowe himself standing in the arena, watching everyone and saying, Are you not entertained? Well, it was a fantastic display of how the Valentine 2 is a really strong tank. It's a much better display than the one that Quickie Baby did when he took the Valentine 2 out when it was on sale. It's a fantastic row of medals, and especially to get the Kolobanov medal, standing alone against 5 enemies and defeating them. And it was a really difficult situation that he was left in, because the Marder II was firing from one side, the Su-76 firing from the other, the Arty was firing in over from above, and the Locust was down there constantly harassing him, but for some reason not firing. I think he'd run out of ammunition. But it was a really good battle. So congratulations, IndianaDel. Happy birthday. Really, really good replay. And I'm sure many of you will have enjoyed that. So if you did, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel. And hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.